Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to another episode of the Los Angeles Clippers MyNBA series here on NBA 2K24. We're at the Frostbank Center in San Antonio, Texas to watch the Los Angeles Clippers face the San Antonio Spurs. Hope you guys are excited for this one. If you are, make sure you drop that like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more basketball content as we get past the first wave of the season. Has not been the best start for your Clippers, who currently sit 3-9 coming into this matchup, while the Spurs 7-6, going through a little bit of a transitional phase. Wembanyama was the #1 pick a year ago. Greg Popovich retired just last season, and Frank Vogel is the new head coach coming into this year, trying to build off of a 26-56 record from last year. New look Spurs squad. I'm excited for this one. We'll see how we match up as we get ready for tip-off here in San Antonio, Texas. As it will be Marcus Morris Sr. going up against Wembanyama. A lot of Clippers tonight, not in the starting lineup. A couple of guys getting load management minutes tonight. No Paul George, no James Harden in the starting unit. They will play reserve minutes though, not getting the whole night off. But it will be a different look for the Clippers, who are in the City Blacks tonight, while the Spurs in their whites. As after they win the tip, the first shot is offline for San Antonio. Now first possession here for the Clippers. It gets inside, but Wembanyama will reject him. The second team All-NBA defensive player from last year gets a block early on Morris Sr. Looking at the starting five for both sides for the Spurs, it'll be Jevon Carter, Desmond Bane, Devin Vassell, Jeremy Sochan, and Victor Wembanyama. While for the Clippers, it's Chris Dunn, B.J. Boston Jr., Kawhi Leonard, Robert Covington, and Marcus Morris Sr. As here's Chris Dunn with the basketball after the inbounds pass. Finds Morris inside. He takes it right to Wemby. And that'll be the first points of the game. Not going to back down easy is Marcus Morris Sr., who was traded last year in the James Harden deal to Philadelphia, but actually came back in the offseason to the Los Angeles Clippers. Here's Desmond Bane wide open for three, and that's the three-point contest winner from last year. Desmond Bane getting the Spurs on the board with a triple. He's been sensational for San Antonio this year, 22.7 points per game at home this year, the former Memphis Grizzly. Now on the other end, here's Leonard driving inside, gets by, but hits it off of the back iron. Rebounded Wembanyama up to Jeremy Sochan, who takes it right to the hoop and finishes with the right hand. Nice move there by number 10. And it pushes the Spurs lead now 5-2. As here comes B.J. Boston bringing up the court. He has the top of the key, trying to put some moves on. Pulls from three, straight ahead hit. B.J. Boston with a big time shot. Just took it right to his man and hits a three-pointer. Big time play there, ties us back up at 5. So here's Devin Vassell now with it, getting Bane open off screen again. Wide open three, this time a little too strong. Rebounded by Boston Jr. He'll take it up the court himself. Runs into Jevon Carter. Now here comes a screen from Covington. He backs off. Boston tries to drive inside. Over to Big Cove. Being guarded by Wembanyama, trying to drive on the Frenchman. 5 seconds left to go here on the shot clock. Leonard, screen. Has to do something with it. Drives to the basket, a little too short, but he gets the rebound. Cuts to Covington, who gets swatted at the rim. Still Los Angeles ball. Another miss by Leonard. Another offensive rebound. This is like the 4th chance for the Spurs on this possession. Thanks to Kawhi Leonard and company, who tries to drive inside. Kicks it out for Boston for 3, and he misses. Now the Spurs get the rebound, and that was just a big missed opportunity there for Los Angeles. They had about 4 chances at a shot there. They were unable to get any of those to go. On the other end here's Sochan. Trying to drive on Morris. Hands it off for Carter. Back over to Bane. 6 seconds left here on the shot clock. Being guarded by Chris Dunn. Over. Here's Sochan wide open for 3, and he got it. Jeremy Sochan from downtown. His 5th points of the night. Assisted by Desmond Bane. Clippers played just last night. It was a loss, so they're trying to bounce back from that. That's why a lot of the starters are not getting starting minutes tonight. A little back-to-back games. Need a little bit of a rest. As here's Morris trying to get inside on Wembanyama, and he's actually going to get fouled. First foul of the night will send Morris to the free throw line. He's been pretty good this year off the bench. 8.7 points per game. I'd say he's been one of the better guys of the second unit, which is why He's now getting some starting minutes here at center as he gets both of his free throws. It's now 8-7. 1 point separating these two squads. As Carter now with it. Over to Bain. He's going to pull from 3 again, and this time a little bit left. Rebounded by Covington. Clippers now with a chance to take a lead here. As it's done with it. On the right side, a lot of off-ball movement here. And Chris Dunn now trying to put the moves on Carter. Dishes in inside for Morris. He's being guarded by Sochan. Trying to back him down. Here comes the help from Wembanyama. It leads to a rejection. Second block already of the night for Wemby. Showing that defensive ability of 7'4". As Devin Vassell pulls a long 2 and he's off the mark. Rebounded here. Covington again. 4 minutes gone by here in the first quarter. Dunn hands it off for Leonard, trying to get a full head of steam. Kicks it out. Dunn wide open for 3 and too strong. Chris Dunn misses the three-pointer. It has not been his strength this year. He's struggled from beyond the arc. Nice passing on the end for San Antonio. Carter doesn't go up with it. I thought he had a good shot to the basket. Instead, fades to the three-point line. He's off the mark. But Wembanyama gets the rebound. He gets fouled. Then we'll go to the end of the first quarter with the Clippers hosting a 25-22 lead over the San Antonio Spurs. And we'll stick with this one to begin the second quarter. Here's James Harden. Had a very good end to the first quarter. He stays in. So getting some minutes here in the first half. He pulls from 3, and that one's a little too strong from the left side. Rebounded here by Desmond Bain. Hands it off now for Kobe White. Being guarded by Harden. Nice move there. Gets to the basket. High kiss off the glass. Kobe White, the former Chicago Bull, who came over in a trade before the season started, along with Javon Carter. That sent Trey Jones and Devontae Graham back to the Windy City. Harden now with it, holding a 1-point lead. Gets by, gets inside, and he gets fouled. Kobe White called for that one. That'll send James Harden to the line for 2 as he misses the first free throw. A rare miss for the Beard. He's averaging 27.7 points per game this year, having himself a great start to the season. He does make the second. That pushes our lead back up to 2 as a couple of swaps come in for both sides. As Paul George will head to the bench, getting just a few minutes here. Nothing major. As here's Aaron Nesmith in the game for San Antonio. He misses his first shot attempt. Rebounded by Kawhi Leonard. He's now Harden now with it at the top of the key. Going to drive right side on White. Gets by him. Collapses the defense, but he doesn't care. Nice tough shot there from James Harden, who's really starting to feel himself in this one. Coming off an all-star year last year after coming over from the trade from Philadelphia. And he's not missed a beat. Bain now with it. Being guarded by the rookie Riley Kugel. 9 seconds to go on the shot clock. Long 2 for White, and he connects. Nice shot there off the assist from Desmond Bain. He had 5 of those in the win Saturday night against the Utah Jazz. Now on the other end, Leonard driving inside, and he's going to get fouled. It's going to be called on Aaron Nesmith. The Claw, who had 23 points in the loss and only 9 of 20 shooting. Kawhi Leonard has not been the most efficient to start the year. It's been a little bit slow starting for Leonard. Hoping to pick that back up now. Gets both of his free throws and makes it a 4-point lead. Kobe White now with the basketball. Handoff for Kenyon Martin, the former Los Angeles Clipper. Desmond Bain now with the driving left side. Korkmaz guarding him, and that's going to be a tough shot. He misses. Good defense there by Korkmaz. Good help from Love. As now Korkmaz will dribble it up over to Riley Kugel. As he's now waiting for the screen from Love. Gets a double one from Leonard. Drives inside, and he finishes at the basket. And that is the first points in the career of Riley Kugel. A big moment for him. Our second-round pick out of Florida in this past NBA draft. Our only pick. And, well, he's officially in the NBA books. Here's a man who has more than just a few points. Desmond Bain has been killing it tonight. The former Memphis Grizzly, who was acquired in that same draft that Riley Kugel was a part of, as he gets a nice screen and gets to the basket. Shooting foul call on Kenrich Williams, one of the newer additions of San Antonio. That'll send Kugel to the line for 2 free throws. Makes his first and makes the second. So now 4 points on the night for the young man as the Clippers now host a 6-point lead. As here's Javon Carter, who gets swatted from behind. Chris Dunn with the rejection. Good recovery defense by him. He quickly pushes the pace up the court. Instead now decides to back it down a little bit, reset the offense. As they have Riley again on the low block, backing down his man. He's being guarded by Desmond Bane. Fades off of him. Tough shot. Gets it to go. Riley Kugel with 6 points here in the second quarter. A great start for him into this contest. Is now an 8-point lead in favor of the Clippers. Now on the other end, San Antonio needs some points. Vassell can't get it to go. Guess who was on defense? Riley Kugel, who also collects the rebound. He drives inside, finds Leonard, and there's going to be a foul called. We'll go a little bit later here into the second quarter. Now a 2-point lead in favor of the San Antonio Spurs. So a lot's changed in just a few minutes. As Javon Carter for 3 is too strong. Wembanyama with 7'4" wingspan, able to just out-jump and out-grab Marcus Morris Sr. But yeah, now a 4-point lead in favor of the Spurs. Probably wondering what happened. Well, Desmond Bane happened. He has been on fire from beyond the arc in the past couple of minutes. He's currently the man guarding Morris right now, who uses his strength to get right underneath the basket and finishes with a nice, easy right hand as Morris Sr., 8 points in the first quarter. His first points here in the second, so he's in the double figures. 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Devin Vassell now with it. Here's Desmond Bane again with the catch and shoot, and he connects. That's what Desmond Bane's been doing all quarter, as now the Spurs have made 5 more three-pointers than the Los Angeles Clippers. That's why they have a 5-point lead in this one. A lot of people were very interested and very intrigued, very curious as to why the Memphis Grizzlies would trade Bane after winning a championship with them. Well, San Antonio is going to reap the rewards. Wembanyama with a 3, misses, but somehow Sochan gets the rebound, so a second chance opportunity here for the Spurs. As Bane now trying to drive inside. Nice hop step, finishes at the rack. He says, I can do it from more than just the 3-point line. As he gets inside and scores. Makes it now a 7-point lead in favor of San Antonio. Clippers need a basket here. Screen, Boston driving on Bane. Gets by him. Left hand, too strong. Rebounded by Desmond Bane. Here come the Spurs with a chance to even extend their lead some more. He's going to pull it back at the free throw line. Pull from 3 instead. No, too strong right side. Rebounded by Boston Jr. He pushes it quickly up the court. Tries to get it inside to Covington, but pass intercepted. Jeremy Sochan in the passing lane. He finds Vassell. Long 2, too strong. Rebounded here by Morris Sr. The pace picking up in this one. Both teams aggressively pushing it down the court. Dunn will stop at the top of the key. Gives it over to Big Cove. Here comes a dribble handoff for Boston Jr. trying to get ahead of steam and somehow finishes that one with a layup. Good defense there by the San Antonio Spurs. It doesn't seem to matter. Big basket there for the Clippers. Now a 5-point lead in favor of San Antonio. Carter gives it inside for Wembanyama. Has to pick up his dribble, but spins with the right, misses. But Sochan again gets the rebound. Sochan's only like 6'8", but he's playing like he's 7 foot with his size and heart. And it leads to second chance points for Desmond Bane. 22 points here in this one. 16 of those coming here in the second quarter. Man is on fire. 3 minutes left to go here in the first half. Dunn trying to drive inside. Collapses and gets to the basket. Nice play there by the former Utah Jazz guard as he has 4 points on the night. A late signing after an impressive performance in the G League. Not for the Los Angeles Clippers, but it led to us signing him. Here's Desmond Bane, right side for 3. Connects. He's not slowing down. 19 points now in the second quarter for Desmond Bane. An 8-point lead in favor of the Spurs. So they got to find a way to slow him down. But here's Morris on the offensive side. Handoff. This is for Coffey. Amir Coffey gets inside, gets swatted by Wembanyama. Another block on the tally tonight. As the Spurs now with a chance to make it a double-figure lead. With 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Vassell's going to pull from 3. No, just misses on the left side. Rebounded by Los Angeles. Boston over to Morris. Inside, finishes at the basket. That's a nice make. We're actually going to go to the end of the first half of the Spurs lead 55-46. Desmond Bane, 22 points in the second quarter. And the Clippers get back in this one. Will be more of the Spurs show. We'll have to find out in the second half. Desmond Bane leads all scorers with 27 points. I mean, when you put up 22 in the second quarter, that's what's bound to happen as they exploded. But it's not over yet. Still a half of basketball to play. Morris Sr. leads us with 14 points. Again, strong showing offensively for him, as it will be the Los Angeles Clippers to start off the second half of the basketball on a beautiful pass that just misses from B.J. Boston. That was a great link pass by Dunn, unable to finish. And instead, on the other end, Desmond Bane is going to get the foul called. Third personal for Morris Sr., and he's going to try to pick up right where he left off in the first half as he makes both of his free throws. And we have a double-digit lead here in favor of the Spurs. First time tonight a team is led by double-digit points, as the Clippers got to try to get back in this one. Done with the top of the key. Gives it up for Leonard. Currently being guarded by Vassell. As he calls for a screen, here comes Covington. Drives left side and takes the contact but can't get it to go. Rebounded by the Spurs. As Vassell finds Sochan inside. Covington is there on tight defense. Picks up his dribble, goes up over him, and too strong. But Sochan again with another offensive rebound. He's done that plenty of times tonight. Great heart and resiliency and toughness on display for the Spurs forward. As now Wembanyama has it. He gives it up. 1 second to go on the shot clock. That's going to be a miss. Nice defense there by the Clippers. As on the other end, Leonard pulls from the mid-range and he misses. Good rebound though by Boston Jr. This time he gets a rebound on offense. Hands it up for Morris, trying to back inside on Sochan. Gets the positioning and finishes at the basket. 2 more points for our leader in scoring tonight. 7 now, 2:48. Javon Carter now with it, being guarded by Chris Dunn. Over to Sochan, the low block. Throws it up, miss. Rebounded by Covington. Over to Dunn now. Sochan 2 for 7 shooting on the night. He's done a great job on the defensive side and on the rebounding department, but has struggled shooting the basketball. Here's Chris Dunn, gets inside, collapses the defense, find Covington in the corner for 3, but it rattles around the rim. A good look there for Big Cub, but he can't get it to go. As there's a cross-court pass now for Devin Vassell. Hands it off for Jamie Sochan. Clippers struggling, trying to figure out who's to guard who, and it leads to Vassell having a three-pointer, and it's off the mark. Spurs have taken a lot of three-pointers in this game, as Vassell's also not shooting the most efficiently. As Leonard now from 3 is off the mark. And speaking of shooting inefficiently, Kawhi Leonard has really struggled tonight. Meanwhile, there's a foul call on the other end, the 4th already for Marcus Morris, as Wembanyama will go to the line for 2. A little bit of a quieter day for Wemby's. He only has 7 points, but gets it up to 8 because he makes both of his free throws. And the 2023 #1 overall pick is doing a lot better on the defensive side of things. 11-point lead now here in favor of the Spurs. Coffey drives inside, left hand not able to go. Spurs now with the ball, another chance to extend their lead. Jamie Sochan over now to Javon Carter. Chris Dunn in defense. Over to Bane, wide open for 3, and he's not going to miss again. Desmond Bane with another three-pointer. You can see it 24, excuse me, I said 22 earlier. It was 24 points in the second quarter. Somebody's got to look that up and see if that is a Spurs record. Speaking of Spurs, here's Kawhi Leonard who gets to the basket, the former San Antonio Spurs, who had quite the departure from this city. He makes the and one attempt. It's now 62-51. Spurs now with the Desmond Bane, to be specific. Boston trying to guard him. He's had a tough time guarding him so far tonight. And Wembanyama connects with a long 2. Spurs shooting 44% from the field, while the Clippers only shooting 37%. You can tell they're missing some of that firepower on display from Harden and George tonight. As Kawhi Leonard's trying to lead the unit, and so far he's not done the best. It's another low post play, and Leonard again can't get it to go. He's only made 2 field goals to this point in the night. He's taken a lot more than 2 shots. 13-point lead now here for San Antonio. Carter now with it. Gets a screen from Wembanyama. Hands it off for Vassell. Finds Desmond Bane again wide open off the catch and shoot, and he connects. Boston cannot get through the screens of Wembanyama. I'm surprised the Clippers have not called an audible yet, and they have not tried to switch Kawhi Leonard onto defense with Desmond Bane. Instead, they're trusting Boston And it's not working out. That's a bad pass from Coffee. He's too indecisive, and it leads to the Spurs now getting the basketball as Carter pulls it back. Here's Vassell. He gets a little bit of space, pulls from 3, and he misses. Rebounded by Coffee. He's going to bring it up himself. Runs into Carter. Trying to pull it back a little bit. Waits for the screen. Gets it from Covington. Drives inside. Meets Wembanyama. Tries to hand it off for Covington. And again, Coffee with another bad pass. Leads to a turnover. That's the second in a row. Spurs now with it again. Here is Vassell on the low block. Covington a good defense, but he draws a foul. Now send Devin Vassell to the line. Vassell's had a very good year so far shooting. 45% from the field goal, 40% from the 3. Those are both career highs so far for the Spurs forward. They take an 18-point lead. We're going to go and call a timeout. We're actually going to go to the end of the third quarter. It is 89-65. It has been a bad quarter for the Clippers, but that'll help. A full-court three-pointer for Kawhi Leonard, but being down by 21, we're just going to go to the end of this ball game, and we lose 117-94, a 23-point loss to the San Antonio Spurs. And we drop to 3-10 on the season. Not ideal, as we could not slow down Desmond Bane, who ended up putting 42 points on us tonight. Eventually, Leonard did switch on to Desmond Bane, and it did help, but just couldn't keep up. You know, with Harden and Leonard George and Leonard, playing 12 minutes combined, Kawhi Leonard just couldn't do it. 21 points, but 6 for 26 shooting. That is not efficient for Kawhi Leonard, and we just struggled to keep pace with the San Antonio Spurs. Before we get into the next game, there is a couple of trades. The Bucks are going to make a trade. They're going to acquire Brandon Clark from Memphis, so the Grizzlies continue to reshuffle their lineup. And they also get Steven Castle, the guy that Grizzlies drafted after they traded away Desmond Bane. Instead, they basically get Brook Lopez for Desmond Bane. Don't know if I consider that a win for Memphis. We also get some more bad news. Leonard has broken his left thigh. 6 to 8 weeks the claw is going to miss. It has been a year to forget for Leonard. That's just kind of been the story. We at least do bounce back and win the second game in San Antonio, 108-85, before knocking off the Jazz, 127-114. So we're actually 2-0 since Kawhi Leonard's injury, as George and Harden lead the way. Another trade in the NBA. The Rockets trade Amin Thompson to the Heat for Matisse Thybulle. I think that's a very odd trade for the Rockets. Thompson's a very good young player, and Matisse Thybulle is 27. He's not that much older, but he doesn't match the same offensive output that Amin Thompson does. Here are your players of the week. Joel Embiid gets in the East, while Anthony Davis will be the West player of the week. And in the next game, we do beat the Suns 120-116, so we build a little 3-game winning streak here. And that gets us up to 6-10. But another blockbuster trade in the NBA, and this is the biggest one so far. Bradley Beal, after a year and a half in Phoenix, has been traded to the Denver Nuggets, as well as Yuta Watanabe for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope and Michael Porter Jr. So a very big deal around the NBA, as Beal only lasted a year and a half in Phoenix. Next episode, we'll play the 7-9 Los Angeles Lakers. This will be our first time hosting the Lakers in the Intuit Dome. They haven't had the best season, but this is always a game that brings out the best in us. You always want to beat the Los Angeles Lakers. We might not be same arena rivals anymore, but you still want to win the Battle of Los Angeles. So we're going to try to do that next episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure you drop that like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more basketball content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.